Planet Dolan.
Science and research are coming on at a breakneck speed, but there's still some big questions out there. Will we ever be able to find the answers from our past? And what questions will remain forever unanswered? Here's the top 15 unsolved mysteries. I'm Hellbent, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15. Why is there more matter than antimatter? In most physics, it seems like things balance. Energy is conserved, forces are equaled out, and so on. But not when it comes to matter and antimatter, as there's way more matter. Pretty lucky for us, if there were equal amounts, they would cancel each other out, and the universe would be a very empty place. But lucky as we are, we still have no idea why it's like this. Number 14. Madeleine McCann. On the 3rd of May 2007, 3-year-old British girl Madeleine McCann disappeared while on holiday in Portugal with her family. The parents left Maddie and her 2-year-old twin siblings asleep on the ground floor of the apartment while they ate just 50 meters away. At 20:30 she was there, but by 20:00 she had gone. No trace of her has ever been seen again. Number 13. Shroud of THRIN. The Shroud of THRIN is a 53 square foot cloth that was supposedly wrapped around the body of Jesus after he was crucified. A photographic negative from the end of the 19th century showed there was an imprint of a man, and since then scientific analysis has been unable to prove that the shroud is a fake. Carbon dating puts it at the 13th or 14th century, but only small samples have been taken and the cloth was repaired at some point. What's more, although it first appears in records in a French church, genetic analysis shows the strongest correlation with the Middle East. Number 12. Who was Shakespeare really? Despite his incredible influence on the English language and Western culture, we almost know nothing about the great bard William Shakespeare. He was born in Stratford in 1564, he acted, and he married Anne Hathaway, and, well, that's about it really. Pretty much all we have on him. There have been theories that the works are really by others, such as writer Chris Marlowe or the late-night scribbling of Elizabeth I. Who knows, maybe the Queen of England is secretly writing the 50 Shades of Grey series. Oh, I'm sorry, 50 Shades of Grey. I don't read, only thing I read are these scripts. Number 11. How did life begin? Given how we can barely remember anyone's birthday, it's no surprise we have some trouble working out how life began. We know how complicated chemistry forms, we have solid theories on how simple life became more advanced, but when it comes from the switch over from chemical chain to living organism, nope, no idea. Number 10. How does gravity work? Gravity is an incredibly weak force, so pathetic. It might not seem like that when you're trying to climb the stairs, but you'll only feel it when you get to planet-sized objects. But every particle attracts all other particles through gravity in the tiniest way. But we're still in the dark on where this force of attraction comes from, or how it's generated. Number 9. The Dancing Plague of 1518. A rave began in the town of Strasbourg in July 1518. The only problem was there was no music, just one woman thrashing about. But before they condemned her as a witch, more people joined in her uncontrollable boogie until there were about 400 people. It continued for over a week and many died of heart attacks and exhaustion. It was likely some kind of seizure, but that's just a guess. I mean, it was 1518. I don't think they had that much else to do back then. I probably would have joined in as well. Number 8. How does homing work? Pigeons are famous for their ability to find their way home across hundreds of miles, and they're far from alone in this skill. We don't even know what sense they're using. Some theories are based on smell and others on ultra-low sounds. One study on pigeons even concluded that they were just following the roads, which makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Number 7. Nampa figurine. A tiny figurine was found in the South Idaho town of Nampa back in 1889. It's clearly shaped like a human and fits the kind of artistry that we've dug up from about 30,000 years ago. The only trouble is the figure was found deep within a clay layer that was 2 million years old and was deeply colored by the iron oxides that you find at that level. So it's obviously ancient, but modern humans are only about 200,000 years old. So who made it?
Number 6.
The TAOS hum. The town of TAOS in New Mexico has had a hum since the early 90s. The strange thing about it is that those who can hear it often describe it as a different sound. To some a buzz, to others a lower vibration. No obvious source can be found, so can this be explained as a mass audio hallucination? Aliens? Government? Who knows?
Number 5.
Rommel's Treasure. When German General Rommel led the Nazi operations in North Africa, he systematically looted the Jews living in Tunisia. However, when they needed to quickly escape the Allied advances in 1943, they buried around 200 kilos of gold bullion somewhere around the coast of Corsia. And it's still out there. Then again, if I found that, I don't think I'd tell anybody that I have it. So, good luck trying to find that.
Number 4.
The Atlas Vampire. Lily Lindstrom was a prostitute in the Atlas district of Stockholm in 1932. She hadn't been seen for days, so the police broke into her apartment. She was found with a used condom in her anus, a fatal beating to her head, saliva on her neck and body, and most of her blood drained. There was also a bloody ladle that the so-called vampire could have used to drink the blood. Well, we're not going to talk about the condom.
Number 3.
Teotihuacan. Who built Teotihuacan? The ruins of Teotihuacan lay just 30 miles from Mexico City and famously housed the Aztecs. However, they didn't build this city with its huge stone pyramid. It was about 1,000 years old by the time they came across it and moved in. Before the 1400s, it was the largest city in the Western Hemisphere, but its builders are a mystery.
Number 2.
JFK and the Babushka Lady. The assassination of JFK is full of conspiracy theories, but there's one mystery that is very real and we've never gotten close to an answer for it. In a handful of photographs from that day is a woman with her head covered, hence the name Babushka Lady. Pointing a camera at a passing car, she's also on film and acts suspiciously calmly while people race around her.
Number 1.
Why does time only flow one way? Maybe the most fundamental law of the universe is the law of entropy. It states that things must always go from being organized to disorganized, on a big scale at least. Smoke never flows back into a cigarette, you can't unstir the milk from your coffee. These would only happen if time reversed, but it doesn't, and we have no solid theory on why. And that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a few things about science and used condom disposal. Goodbye!